Nominal GDP versus Real GDP, by Mohammed Zahir, www.trcb.me/Zahir. In an earlier article we measured gross domestic product GDP using two methods: expenditure method and income method. The result in either case arrives at the GDP estimate in current prices or dollars. This is known as the nominal GDP. As prices change over time, so does the value of the dollar. For example, if the nominal GDP increased by 5% in a given year but so did the average price level, then it means there was in fact no real increase in GDP. Thus, we need to convert the nominal GDP into real GDP, taking into account the rate of inflation increase in the price level. Real GDP. Real GDP is arrived at for changes in price level by measuring the changes which occurred in output production. The process of adjusting nominal GDP for price changes is called deflating GDP. A price index compares the value of GDP of a given year with the base year or the reference year. The base year is a point of reference to which prices in other years are compared. The price index is obtained by dividing each year prices by the price in the base year and multiplying it by 100. Consumer Price Index (CPI). Your article could be in this broadcast. Visit trcb.com to find out how. The Consumer Price Index (CPI) is commonly used to measure changes over time in the cost of buying a market basket of goods and services by an average family. The federal government uses the years 1982-84 as the base period for arriving at the CPI for a market basket of 400 goods and services in 8 major categories. The prices of these items are collected from 23,000 retailers around the country. However, CPI is criticized for taking a long time to incorporate the shift in consumer tastes, not realizing the shift of consumers for shopping at discount stores, ignoring consumers substituting less expensive goods for expensive ones, assuming that the quality of market basket remains unchanged over time, and thus overestimating the rate of inflation by about 1%. Since wage agreements, Social Security and welfare payment are tied with the CPI, costing businesses and government hundreds of billions of dollars. The rate of inflation in the United States in year 200 was 1.58%, one of the lowest in recent years. After rising to 3.29% in 2005, it fell to 2.85% in 2007. However, with recent rises in energy and food prices, the annualized rate for year 2008 is at present 5.6%. Unfortunately, the rate unemployment also hit 5.7 in July 2008, highest since 1990. The combination of high inflation and high unemployment rates is known as stagflation, term that was coined to describe a similar situation in the 1970s. GDP Price Index (GDP Deflator). The GDP Price Index, as opposed to CPI Index, measures the average price level of all goods and services included in the GDP estimates. Also, the base year for the GDP Price Index is year 2000. The closer the year in question is to the base year, the more accurate is the measure of real GDP. That is why the GDP Price Index is shifted frequently and called the GDP Deflator to reflect the change in price level of the goods and services produced. GDP Deflator equals current year GDP at current year prices divided by current year GDP at base year prices. Since the base year deflator is 100, we multiply it by 100 to express it in percent. GDP deflator for 2007 equals $13,807 billion / $11,524 billion equals 1.198, or 1.198 x 100 equals 119.8%. The nominal GDP for the year 2007 was $13,807 billion. To convert it into real GDP, we divided it by 1.198 and get $11,524 billion. Nominal per capita GDP equals nominal GDP divided by population equals $13,807 billion / 302 million equals $45,707. Real per capita GDP equals nominal per capita GDP divided by the GDP deflator. equals $45,707/1.198 equals $38.152. The GDP deflator being 100 inches year 2000 as the base year of reference rose to 106.41% in 2004 and to 119.82 in 2007. Here is the link for additional data, http://www.measuringworth.org/USGDP. Visit trcb.com for more great articles like this now.